back to another video. It's your girl Angie, and today I'm gonna do things a lot different. I'm gonna reintroduce myself because I feel like, first of all, I got quite a few new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. And then I have my ride or dies, rad squad that's been rocking with me through thick and thin. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to get right into today's video, but I would like to start off by reintroducing myself if you don't know me, or I just really want to show you who I really am. I feel like you guys see me in a space where I'm always trying to just get through things, right? I've been in such a space of survival mode or just like pushing forward that I didn't realize how absent I was in a lot of ways. Not only was I neglecting you guys and not truly showing up as I should be showing up to you guys, but number two, I wasn't showing up always as a mother like I really want to show up. And that's like in my best self, walking divinely in my purpose, creating a peaceful environment for my children. You know, I've pretty much been figuring out everything. And I feel like I'm at a pivotal moment because this is the last year of my 20s. And I feel like it's like there's a snap or something, a shift is happening. And with that being said, I started seeking God. I started asking God, like, what is it that you are trying to talk to me in my trials and my tribulations? Because you guys witness a fair share of the beautiful things that God has brought to me and of the trials and tribulations that I've experienced. And this has been burning my heart for a while now, and this is why I wasn't showing up like I needed to show up, or like I was consistent every day, then you'll see no vlog for 3 days, which is a pattern that I realized that was happening. And part of that is because I wasn't living in my truth. I was so fixated on trying to make my life perfect or just different that I didn't feel like I was worthy enough to show up with it not being all together. So I was talking with God. I was coming home from hair school. Y'all know I started hair school, started that journey. I'm super excited about that. That has just been really an amazing thing for me. But I was talking with God and I felt this heaviness in my heart. God was calling me to share my story right now. Not when it's all put together, not when everything comes together. It's like in the nick of it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in the nick of it. So as you guys know, I'm not going to talk too long. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a tour. I was, somebody requested, if I can find a comment, I'll pop it up on the screen, but someone requested a tour of my apartment here because y'all know that I moved to Dallas. And I was like, torn. I strategically stayed in certain areas of my apartment because I didn't really feel worthy enough to show my apartment. I didn't feel, first of all, it's not fully furnished, so I want to make that clear. It is not fully furnished because I had a flood and an accident, and I'm just getting my footing in this new apartment. I've lost a lot of stuff out of my old apartment, and I'm starting over. So there are a lot of things that are what I'm looking to get at some point in time. But then I also have this torn part of a home because my kids are used to a home, and we had a home before we moved here to Dallas, and it was a beautiful home, multiple bedrooms, basement, huge basement. It was just gorgeous, 3 stories. It was crazy amount of space. I say all that to say, this has been a whirlwind of growing, learning, and challenges. And I would just like to reintroduce myself. My name is Angela. You can call me Angie. I am a mom of 3 beautiful babies, Mila, Riley, and Liam, 7, 6, and 4. Y'all gotta slow down because I have so many kids. We are new to the Dallas area. This is something that I wanted to do, but I had moved on different circumstances. I had issues with, that's another story for another day. My marriage, so I'm kind of just trusting God right now. I am a twin sister. I was born on my mom's birthday, and me and my twins all share the same birthday. I have 10 siblings. I gotta call my sisters Tamara, Rachel, Dina, Destiny. 4, Tamara, Rachel, Dina, Destiny, Andrea. 5 sisters, and Dominique, Demarius, Roger. 3 in Little Duro, so 4 brothers. So I have come from a big family, and I grew up with multiple families because I was in foster care and I spent most of my childhood in foster care. And part of the things that I'm doing is just trying to let God use my story to connect to other people. And that's the whole point of why I'm doing this tour, because one, God called me to do it and I fought him so hard on it. And I'll talk about that more in depth in another video of why I fought so hard. But let's go ahead and get into the tour. I love beauty, I love hair, I love makeup. I'm now in hair school and I really love it. I'm learning so much about myself. I've been supposed to do this years ago. I ran from it, but here I am finally pursuing my dreams as a licensed cosmetologist, and you know, God is going to make sure that happens early next year. So I'm excited about that. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start this tour. So I am a single mom. I mean, me and my children's dad, we are in a great area, which is my husband. So that's the best way to say it. I don't know what the future holds. But as of right now, I got this place, you know, for me and the kids because we will share them. So this is my abode that is still being furnished. Couple different negotiations with a couple furniture companies. So, you know, I kind of held off on different things, but I know exactly what I want to put in here. But I've also looked at homes, and that is actually the route in the next near future, very close. I just have to do the work and move things around to accommodate that. Where I stay at, my bills average, my outgoing for where I live at is like a little over 2K. For where I stay, as far as like my keep bills here in this apartment, which is pretty pricey for a 1-bedroom apartment. Had I known better, I would have done better, but I did sign a 12-month lease, and it's gonna cost 3 times that amount of money to you know, break it. So that is something I have to be prepared for, and be prepared to pay for a security deposit or whatever somewhere else. So those are things that I'm working on. But I'm like, let me show you all my journey. This is part of my story. I asked God, you gave me this platform for a reason, and I've been holding back. I have been fighting so many different things. Now it's my time to go ahead and open up and show you guys something that's intimate to me. And it's very more intimate because it's literally like a place of vulnerability. I've had a lot of tragedy. I had a flood in my last apartment, which was under the year of my lease. So I had to renew a new lease and then renew this lease. So I had to get the lease for the remainder of my apartment time, which was like 3 months or 4 months. Then I had to renew in just 4 months. So I done moved twice. So here we are. Yeah, so this is my place. This is where I am, and I believe God allowed me to be in this spot, in this situation, just to share my story. So I hope you guys enjoy this tour, and I hope you guys are happy. All right, let's start. First things first, you're gonna start in the kitchen area. So when you come in, so you walk in. Let me get some lights on for y'all. Hold on. Okay, I got some lights on for y'all. The lighting in here is beautiful. But yeah, I'm gonna just turn this one off. Yeah, because it's looking kind of, yeah. Okay, so first thing first, I'm gonna walk in, you know, like the MTV cribs. Oh, and by the way, God blessed me with this. I'm happy to have a roof over my head, a roof over my kids' head. My kids are comfortable. Yes, they need space to run around. We have a park not far. There's a lot of different things around, water park not far. So it's working, and sometimes you just gotta be okay with where God puts you, even if I've had a lot of money and I've had a very little money, and I didn't come from money, and I know what it's like to struggle. So this is nothing to me. My kids have food in the fridge. If you're in the same situation, don't feel no shame in your game, okay? And I'm still decorating, okay? All right. Hey, how you doing? Okay, so we're in the kitchen, and I'm gonna go ahead and paint the kitchen. Basically, this is one of my favorite parts of the apartment. There we go. I had to add some more light because it's giving something. Let me turn this down so y'all can see better. So this is one of my favorite parts of the apartment is the kitchen. The other unit I was in was a island. It was like a standalone island, and I loved it because literally it was not attached to the wall. It was like broken up, just different in floor plan and different things like that, and sizing and spacing. So here is the kitchen area. So before we get to the kitchen, so here is the foyer, and that's where I put like the kids, don't mind all of that's a lot of junk, mail, the kids stuff. And I want to get something right here for their shoes. Right now I make it a rule, one pair of shoes out here, and I have a pair of shoes. And then I just leave it right there. Let me lock the door. Let's be safe. Okay. So the ceilings and the floor, the doors are extremely high. So the apartment is very high ceilings, one of my favorite features. Right here is a thermos, which I control. I like to have the temperature normally lower than this, but it's kind of like fall now in Dallas. And then this is like where I keep certain things. So I will put like my key, I would clip it on the outside of that middle box. The kids, just paperwork, mail, whatever, bills virtual nowadays, so you don't need it. Then I hang up my purse there typically because I don't like to have my purse on the counter, which will go into there. But I really want to get like something that's small that like fits in that little corner right there. So, and I got a mop. So this is me just showing y'all. So this is one of my favorite parts of the house, the apartment. And then here is the kitchen. And so you have like the whirlpool and stuff. I still gotta get groceries, but I'll show y'all just like a snippet here. I put my little thermos in there. So I typically keep my meats at the bottom, my condiments on the side, some of my condiments up there, water, jam, and keep water on the door. I don't like water back there, and I typically have this more organized. And then I will put, keep a lot of fruit in the fridge for the kids. This is the freezer. It pulls out, that's papaya, frozen papaya, nuggets for the kids, popsicles, and I have to restock. But I got Island Way sorbet, and I typically have that stock. But lately I've been having more fresh food, so I haven't had a lot of frozen stuff. So this is the fridge. The appliances are nice. I'm not gonna open up every cabinet because I've learned to make use of my space. Even though I'm used to a big home and all that, I've learned to like consolidate. So here's where I keep all medicine, like just, let me see, ain't nothing federal up there. Yeah, Imitral, non-drowsy, Mila's nebulizer, children's Advil, Benefiber. I just have a lot of stuff thrown up there. Flonase. I typically keep stuff up there. Then in here is where I keep like a lot of the snacks and stuff, like canned items and different things like that. Oatmeal and breads and chips. These Julios are amazing. Jalapeno queso. And then here's where I keep like dry stuff. So bags of chips, apples, excessive apples, potatoes, chips, pastas, grains, oats and stuff. Now this used to be aesthetic, but yeah, when you have other people living with you, you kind of like switch off. Now, one of my favorite features about the kitchen is the underglow. So of course I have my wine rack. I actually haven't had wine in months, y'all. I mean, that's crazy. Then I have like the fruit, like the bananas, that banana going bad. I have my vitamins, so my hair and skin vitamins. I have some of my information over there, which is my actual, because y'all know, so y'all know I'm actually set y'all up. Because I'm now in hair school, I had just got my, what is this? Permit. So I have my permit over there. I want to get it laminated, add my photo to it. So I have my permit, that's right there. And then I have like my vitamins, I have a candle, and then I'm taking like the Caranu, which is like hair skin vitamins. So I have this so I can stay mindful. The banana need to go out. And then my grandmother makes cards from scratch. So here are the cards that she makes for me. She made me a birthday card, and I keep them, and they're just really cute. And the kids have a card. And let's continue. So Here in these cabinets, I store like plates and stuff like that. Just plates, pots, pans. My KitchenAid is stored in another area. I'll show you. Like I make the use of the cabinet space, so I love the cabinet space. So let's go here. So I have like my glasses for like my drinks in here, which is like my wine glasses, and I drink everything out of wine glasses. And then I have like the odd cups that are not as aesthetic over here, like tumblers and stuff like that, and coffee mugs and things like that, just like odd things. And then at the in the drawers here, this is like the culinary junk drawer. This is a junk drawer. This is where the toaster and like the air fryer go. Underneath here is my massive, let me show y'all. I wish I had somebody to help me with this tour. I have a cotton candy machine for the kids that I got, and a random pot. I didn't arrange this, so I'll be putting stuff in different spots. But this is a pressure cooker, brand new. I haven't used it yet. Nice stove. And a microwave, I try to limit my microwave use. And everything is like Whirlpool. Then I have, is this clean? Yep, the dishwasher. Very nice. It's look like it's drying. Underneath here is where I keep like chemicals and stuff. And I have like a rack or something to organize it. I keep all the chemicals and cleaners and dish soap underneath there. Here's where I do my cutting boards, but I have a random pot in there because my stuff is packed up. I got to rearrange some stuff because it wasn't done by me. So I got pots and stuff like that. Just making use of my space, okay? And then this right here is for like mittens and different things like that. I have a cookbook that my grandmother gave me. So Oprah's favorite recipes. There's a couple recipes that I like to use. Then I have my scent. This smells amazing. Mayan Copal. Then I have my Chanel book. I still kept the plastic on it so that it stays intact because eventually I want to put it on a coffee table. And then I have like this gold little fixtures, and then up there is where all seasons go. And yeah, so this is the kitchen area, and then the sink, very deep. Love the sink, and I love this. So this is the kitchen. Okay. This is the kitchen. Now, next thing is the bar stools. These have to go, but after the flood, I was able to preserve these bar stools. And my sister gave me that little table for the kids. They done cut a hole in it right there. Kids be like, I keep the trash can right there, and then there's a trash can that's outside for valet service. So we have valet service that comes, and they'll collect the trash just right outside the door. So we pay for that service. And then I have this gold mirror right here that I put right here. Not sure if I'm a fan of it still like being right here, but as of right here, it works because I want to change the bar stools, which I found some on Amazon. It's just not in the budget to pay for like things like that, you know, right now. So I definitely want to replace these stools and get rid of the table completely because they kind of damage the table, or maybe not completely because if I have like a function or something like that, you know, they can sit at that. But I want to get like 4 bar stools across here. Now, like I said, I've seen the ones that I want on Amazon and I'm in love. Okay. Right here on this space wall right here, this is my vanity. I have got this vanity. This was a collaboration with the brand, and I love this vanity right here because I can just sit, natural lighting come in. I like the gold accents, hence why I want to do the gold chair. And in here, like I keep like study materials because I've been training for the SIE. This is like money, debt, securities, investments and stuff. And this is like stuff in here. This is like where I keep, this is like my tech drawers, like the camera. Just like note take stuff for the kids. I kind of store, my job is to just limit the unnecessary use of like too much stuff. So I have this right here and I love it, but it won't stay here permanently. Sorry y'all, my shoes making all this noise. But yeah, so this is that. I have my computer here and then my goals and dreams. And then I normally move this and change it to the next one. Oh, by the way, this is like an air freshener I got from Love Me here and it smells amazing. So I just put it right there, and this is like holds my hot tools. And it has like plugs on this side. I can link everything below. But I normally change this, and let's see what it says for today. It says, be proud of how far you come, which is literally perfect. Just be proud of how far you come. I've came pretty far. And then I keep this, it's like my little jewelry holder. And that is that part of the house. This whole area right here, I just try to figure out, maybe you guys can give me a comment, like what can I do for the time being until that the home thing works itself out? What do I do in this meantime to put right here over on this space, and should this mirror go to a urinate? I just kind of need a little advice on decorating because I see visions in my mind, but it doesn't always come together. And that wall right there, okay? Now, let's take a look at the other half of the apartment. This is my absolute favorite part of the apartment. This sofa is so big, so nice, so beautiful. This camera don't do justice. This sofa is so plush. Absolutely love it. I love it. This is like one of my favorite. It's super nice. It's like cream. You see like the textures. It's really thick. It's comfortable. Let me show y'all. I absolutely love this couch. It's super plush. It's just perfect. This would have to be like my favorite part of the house. It was maybe like my absolute favorite when I had the TV in here, but I no longer have the TV in here. I have to get a new TV for this room. But this is my favorite part, especially because I wanted to put like gold lamp that go up like in that corner, and a gold lamp that come in this corner. I wanted to move this and do like some type of shelving unit or whatever, or some like nice shelving unit, and then maybe like film content in the mirror of like clothing hauls. So y'all know I love fashion. So this is my absolute favorite. This couch is so comfortable, like so fluffy. The only thing is that I noticed about this couch is that the kids, they rough house on it a lot. It doesn't really stain because it's easy, like it has a breathable fabric. I got this couch from Ashley Furniture, and like it's amazing. So I see like a little beading that's happening a little bit, but I would have to say for the most part, I absolutely love it. Like it holds its form. It looks super plush. It's literally like the cloud couch without the cloud couch purchase. It doesn't sink in. All this is like really like kind of like makes you feel like you're in like a pillow. So absolutely love this. This is my favorite. And when the TV was in, I loved it more. And so I wanted to do something with this wall right here, like put some type of portraits or something like that. I don't know, what should I put up there? Like I love mirrors. Should I do mirrors? Should I do like, what should I do? Like I just need y'all help. And I absolutely love mirrors, as you guys can tell. But I just need a little advice on what I should do for this wall and then this part of the wall. Now this part right here is the balcony, and we're not gonna, well, we can go out on the balcony, but it's like a wasp nest. What I'm gonna do is just show y'all. It's like really nice, just white, and I got the kids' scooters. It's deep, and it's just a beautiful view. Like all I see is just trees. It's just really pretty, and yeah. So this right here is the balcony, and yeah. The TV used to be right here, so I'm gonna get another TV that goes on this wall, and I love how the plugs are up there. You see that? And then this actually came from Raleigh's Spot, which is this like, it's like a wood thing, and I'm not against it, but it's just not conducive for this space, but it works. Then I got like this little TikTok, and then my iPad sits right there. I wanna get a rug for the floor. So this area right here. Hold on. So I love this, but I want to get like a rug from right here. I just need a little advice. What should go here? Definitely a TV there, and what should go right there? And like the coffee situation. Like I really want a coffee table, but I just want to make use of the space. And so this is the living room part. Arrangement, and I know you guys are ready for that part, because like, how do you house 3 children and yourself in a 1-bedroom apartment? Glad you asked. Let's go ahead and take a look. So we have a couple more places to go in this apartment. So let's go. So originally, when I was looking for apartments, I was looking for the 2-bedroom and the 1-bedroom because me and the kid's dad was on a co-parenting schedule of 4 days on for me and 3 days off. But there were some concerns that they may not make it to Dallas and that I would have to co-parent by coastal. So when I initially was looking and applied for my apartment, I went ahead and just got, out of wisdom, a 1-bedroom apartment because I didn't know what was to come. And that was just to accommodate the fact of getting more space, which is better to have more than less. But at that time, transition, it was very expensive. I was like, you know what? I didn't know any better. I didn't know where to stay at. And I know I could be using my money to stay somewhere else and have more. Hence why I'm looking at homes. And that is something that I'm seriously pursuing. So why not show you how I'm making it do now? So with that being said, the arrangement was set up to accommodate them having to come in town. However, I could never just leave them, but we're originally from Michigan. So the agreement in my head was, okay, I'm going to just get a place because I need a place because I was staying with my sister and I wanted to have my own space, especially because I didn't know there was a lot going on in my world, right? And I wanted the privacy of my own place. So we advised that I get me a 1-bedroom apartment because it was already an arm and a leg for a 1-bedroom apartment. When that transpired, I knew that I wanted to make sure I had a place and I can always transfer. And so I set my lease up to be able to transfer for my original apartment into a larger unit if things worked out with the kids and their dad and co-parenting. And they actually made it to Dallas. So with that being said, I ended up in a 1-bedroom, ended up locked in a lease for 12 months. Here we are. So let's go ahead and let's take a look into the room. So here is the bedroom. This is my bed. I ended up getting a cream. It's like a boy, you know what I'm trying to say, Bostel or whatever, type bed. Surprisingly, it stays white. My rule is don't get in this bed unless I have washed my face and I've wrapped my hair. So no oils transfer to my cream bed. So I have this bed and I have a box frame and then I have an amazing mattress. Now, I am currently washing. So I threw on my cream comforter so that it can be on the bed, you know, just for aesthetics purposes. But all that is in the dryer now, and I stopped the dryer for the sake of the video. So we'll have to get that together. So this is my bed. It's a queen bed. I opted for a queen bed because I knew that I was going into I've only had kings, but I knew I was going into a 1-bedroom apartment. So I was like, hey, it's just me now. Let me get me a little queen bed, be cute, you know, whatever. So that's that. So here's the bed. Super nice, super cream. I love the high back. Absolutely love this bed. It was a great purchase and I got it from Nebraska Furniture. All right. So here is my TV. I know I need to hide this wire, but the wire is not hidden. And I put it up. This is crazy. I put this TV up myself because I didn't have any help. So I literally hung this TV, put the holes in the wall, and took this big old TV, stood up on a chair, and hooked it onto the wall. And listen, don't let nobody tell you can't do nothing. And so I have the TV on the wall. I forgot what inch this TV is, but there I am. There I am. Hey, Tara J, girl. I seen your video, girl, and I thumbs it up. And so here is the TV, and I need to obviously hide it. This wall, this didn't have like the plug or whatever. And this is space, and then here is the view on the other side, which is my favorite. Is the greenery, the color of the trees, it's privacy, I'm high up, it's nice. There's like this big old window, huge. One of my favorite parts, honestly, because I just love it. It's the privacy for me. I gotta get curtains for this, but I've been loving, like at night I'll open this up and everything. So here is the bed. Here is that. and I need a mattress. Now the kids, this is the kids' bed. This is the kids' bed. So we literally co-share this space. There is two beds. One is at the bottom. You pull it out, has a mattress, and then there's the one at the top. And I'll kind of show you guys more how that arrangement go. But I wanted to put something up on the wall. Nobody leave a little truck on the floor. But this is a day bed that pulls out, and this is a a twin or full. What kind of bed this is? This is a twin or full. I think this might be a full. Leave the light on in that corner. So I think this might be a full. Let me make sure y'all not overexposed. Goodness. So this is a full bed, and at the bottom is another bed. So how the arrangements go is that the sheets, first of all, this bed needs to get cleaned. They have their pillows, and typically they're still small, so Mila and Quad will lay on this one, and then at the bottom part of this, it pulls out, because I wanted something that was, I was trying to get something cream, but I couldn't find anything cream, so I went with like this like off gray. And then I got this mattress from IKEA, which was not too crazy. I think it was like $200 for a mattress from IKEA. I'm literally super comfortable. I sleep on it sometimes. Sometimes when the bed is dressed, with their comforter and all that stuff like that, I'll sit over here and I'll study. Like I'll hop off my bed because like when I get in my bed, I want to go to sleep. Now I'm gonna be straight transparent with y'all. 99 times out of 10, them babies be in the bed with me. Okay, so they have this bed, and then there's a bed at the bottom that is the same equivalent length of this bed that I pull out. You can pull it out. So with more space, there's clearly a wall here. So when you have more space, you can actually pull it out, and it's like it doubles as a bed at the top and a bed at the bottom, like a bunk bed filled without the bunk bed, if that makes any sense. But 9 times out of 10, they'll end up cuddled up in the same bed somehow. They'll end up in my bed. Or they'll be on their own bed. And what I'll do is I'll pull that mattress out and I'll set their beds at night. So their stuff is in the dryer, washing, because I try to keep their sheets clean and stuff. But for the most part, nobody potties the bed, but sometimes an accident happens or two, but it doesn't happen often. And I try to keep the mattress nice and white. So I'll go through and I'll immediately wash it. But yeah, so that's why I'm brave enough to show y'all they mattress. So this is their little area. They got their own personalized pillows that I got at Costco, and they love it. It's spacious. They have enough room. 9 times out of 10, they're in the bed with me. I'm just being real. So this is like the setup. So I'll have my pillows. I'm washing all my pillows. I'm washing everything so you don't see them, but I'll stack my pillows out. They have their pillows, like their little ones, and then they have like their blankets and all that different stuff like that. So that's that. So this is a part of. This is like the sleeping arrangement. But 9 times out of 10, Mila will end up in the bed with me, or Liam will end up in the bed with me, or they'll all end up in the bed with me. And sometimes I might leave them in the queen, and I go ahead and lay in the full, because when I lay in it, it's kind of wet because I kind of wiped up some stains. But like, I'm not even touching from head to feet. So just imagine my little kids. Like, this is the head of the bed. I still have inches before I hit that part. It's still space back here. So very comfortable. Sometimes we swap. I'll be like, I'll take y'all, man. Y'all being comfortable. So that's the situation. Of course, I want to have something up there, maybe some portraits or something like that. But again, my heart is set on a home, and that's why I'm working so hard, is to go ahead and afford a home, because the money I pay out here is so crazy. For this, I can be in a home. So let's go to one of the final rooms in the house. Let's go. You see, it's really big in here. Of course. Oh, right here is the closet. Now right here is the closet, but I'm not gonna open it up too much. But it has like my bags in here, the kids' clothes, jackets, like all of our clothes is organized in this closet. I'm not gonna open it up too much because I didn't really prepare for the closet. But it pulls open and it's pretty decent. So that's that part. Now the moment y'all been waiting on, where do y'all wash y'all butt at? one of my, obviously a lot of these are favorite parts of the room, but this is like one of my most self-care parts of the apartment would have to be the bathroom, the bathtub. Now, this is not fully furnished. So this is not the place completely furnished. So there's quite a few things that I want to add to this room. I don't know how long God's going to have me here. I'm just really trusting God and taking it a day at a time, working as hard as I can, just getting back to some things, pursuing hair. I really am just trying to get control over, you know, my purpose and what I'm called to do. And I feel like God led me to share this video for anybody who like, dang, everybody's life going good, everybody's life going great. What happened to me? What about me? And literally comparison is a thief. Like, I am showing you guys something that's so dear and intimate to me. Like, that's why I wasn't really vlogging, because I was just going through one thing after another. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get to it. So this is the bathroom. Okay, this is the bathroom. I feel like it's too many lights. I'm almost at a too many light spot. If I put it where it's supposed to be. Okay, so this is the bathroom. And I'm going to show you many angles of this bathroom. My absolute favorite part of this bathroom is this tub. So much so that I had cream curtains and all this little nice stuff at my last apartment that I left at that apartment. Favorite parts is this big bathroom. Now, I have since then could have been got a curtain put right here, but because I feel like the curtain would have shortened the bathroom up, having a curtain on the side right here, I'm gonna end up still doing a cream curtain. But I love the tub. This tub is a spa tub. I take baths in this tub sometimes twice a day. Yeah. And showers too, but bath twice a day. So I normally have like my Dr. Teal. I'll show you all that. But anyway, this camera keeps heating up, but this is literally one of my second favorite parts of the apartment is the tub bathroom. This tub. This is my homie. This is my friend. Yes. So let's come in here all the way. Do what he needed to do without the expense of my embarrassment or me feeling like less than a mom, you know, or, you know, because I do go through those feelings like, man, like, how did I end up here? You know, and it's like my kids, I had to sit down and say, your kids have a safe place. They have food in the refrigerator. It doesn't matter how hard it gets at you. You have your mind. You have your faith. You just need to trust God. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. So here it is. Bathroom. So I got like this little diffuser. I had a glass soap that was cream that matched this. The kids broke it. And I just since then been replenishing it. I have like my favorite skincare products, the kids' toothbrushes, my toothbrush. I typically keep a toothbrush and I change my toothbrush like, you know, every now and then. In here is like where I store like my deodorants. The towels are not folded like I would prefer for video and everything. I'll be perfect edgy. So I got the towels at the bottom, and then I store like my makeup and beauty products and stuff like that. And I could be making better use of how deep this cabinet is because, like, girl, I just threw this stuff in here. And y'all know it's thrown in here. But yeah, so that's that. At the bottom is storage, but we're not gonna open this because it's just a bunch of stuff in here. Here is where I keep all of my makeup stuff. I gotta clean those containers. This is where I like organize everything. And this is just a junk drawer. Bonnets and hair stuff. Underneath here, I have like all of my stuff. I gotta clean the bottom of this out, but I keep all like my products. But of course things get moved and stuff like that, and I can't perfect everything. I got this wooden, my sister gave me this. And then I have a drawer for like beauty products and stuff like that. Mirror for my chin, and then I have this stuff. You know, when I have my lashes on. And this right here, you wet these and they turn into sponges. And then I have hot tools down here. And that is pretty much every, oh, that's not every part of the apartment. So that's that. This is the bathroom. And it could use some decor. I wanted to do like a huge top pompous, like for when I'm like filming, shelving up there for stuff. Acrylic, the person previously had like acrylic. I want to do like acrylic trays. And then this is like a better look at the tub. Now, for some reason this tub stains because I'll be using scrubs. I got like the bar soap right there. But I got a gray towel from when you're wet. And then this is like where I hang my towel or my robe. I wanted to get like a towel warmer for right here or even right there, I don't know. But yeah, and then that takes us right back. Here is the laundry. Now, I have utility closet and laundry. So this is not organized or clean, but here is where I keep, see, I'm making use of my space. I didn't do this, Raleigh did this, but this is supposed to just be downy stuff and things like that. And then that turned into like a storage of the kids' toys and books. I want to get like a bookshelf because they have a lot of books and we are in the season of reading. There's my KitchenAid. This is dirty clothes that needs to get moved. Some of the kids' toys. This is a drawer of like utility, my wagon for when I need to carry things. And this is another utility storage space. But we're cramming. So this is my partially furnished 1-bedroom apartment with all 3 of my children. And this is my journey. And like I said, my kids are safe. They have good clean water. And I just want you guys, I don't want y'all to miss this, okay? I want you to really hear me. Every season that you're in is a season that God allowed. So God allowed everything to happen in my life for me to land here. And in this season, I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss the message. I don't want to miss it. I can't say I'm passionate about this. God, use me, use my platform. I'm praying these prayers and I'm not even coming full transparent. I don't have to air everything out, but it's vulnerability and transparency. I know people are going to be like, what? Da, 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 da. But at the end of the day, I show up. I do what I can. I've had to adjust different things. I've been through a lot of loss. And no one talks about that season where you're at the peak where God is about to bring for a breakthrough, but everything around you doesn't make sense. If you had told me that I'd be the 1-bedroom apartment, all 3 of my kids, absolutely not. I wouldn't even believe that. I moved here and had a job making good money. To all the moms or anybody that may be in a situation that is not what they're used to, or you're just not comfortable. Like, of course, I'm not comfortable in this 1-bedroom apartment with all 3 of my children at all. But what I'm more not comfortable with is not being authentically true to myself with the people God has blessed me with. Each and every one of y'all taking the time out to watch my videos and like my videos. That helps me be able to pay bills. And so, yes, I've applied to several jobs and different things like that. I'm trusting God. Only God can move the way he moved, but he set me up in this situation for me to get to a place of humbling, because it's like, I wasn't about to show y'all. Y'all was gonna just see pieces of the house. Like our home, I didn't even give y'all a full authentic tour or anything like that of our home. I will show y'all like the kids' rooms, you know, or y'all will see it in the video, but being 100% comfortable to be used by God is the first step, you know, to me just growing in this season. And so, you know, here I am showing you guys that, hey, you know, I'm a mom. I've had a lot, had a little. I had many opportunities, had very little. I'm an entrepreneur, you know, I'm a stay-at-home, you know, mom, and Raleigh does work. The kids go to school, you know, I'm doing what I can do to get me to my goals. But nonetheless, this is just my life. This is my testimony. This is my season of growth. And this is what God allowed to happen for me, so that I can stand here and tell you guys that all the things that you're believing for it's on the other side, basically. Period. And Tierra J, honestly, shout out to you, Tierra J. Tierra J is actually somebody that I went to school with her sister. I've never met Tierra J in person. Like, we've never met, but we from the same hometown, Flint, Michigan, and I rock with her, love all her content. love her as a person. And it was so funny because when you ask God for a sign, He gonna give you a sign. So I have been having this burden on my heart for a month and a half now when I started back doing content, which was in July. I was gone for 6 months, just figuring my life out. And I lost a lot in those 6 months, but they were materialistic things. And I was watching her video. It showed up on the way from hair, on the way to hair school. And I was just listening to it in the background. And I was just listening to it and I got really emotional. And it was actually like the confirmation I needed, because God was pulling on my heart that before you make another video, before you make another content, this content, that you need to be fully transparent about what I'm doing with you in this season. If you want the platform and what you're believing for to grow and for you to connect with people, you need to be okay with being vulnerable. And I'm allowing things to happen so that you have no choice but to do it. So I'm doing all these things with work and jobs and all these different things, and things are not sticking, they're not staying. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I fell back into my first love, which is this. So that is what I'm doing, is building myself back up to be full-time, in content. But the first step is just being real. And she was like really talking about her testimony, and it was just crazy because I was like, I was just talking to y'all like last week or something like that about trials and tribulations and things like that. And like, I'm very much going through a situation where I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment with 3 children, and it's not easy at all. I'll be like, Lord, please just bring forth the Calvary, bring forth, because I'm spending a lot of money in this 1-bedroom apartment, but it's gonna cost me a lot of money to get out this 1-bedroom apartment. And it's gonna cost me a lot of money to get into a new spot. So it's like, it's a lot. So I was like, but I'm believing in this process, that in my story, that you're going to really bring forth, like, my obedience to being obedient to this testimony. I don't know who this is for, but I believe in that in my obedience, I will see the fruit of what I've been fasting for and praying for and interceding for and, asking for prayer at church for, because something has to shake loose. And the first thing was my pride. And I was like, okay, God, pride gone. And you were confirmation, TRJ, because I was avoiding something God was telling me to do. He was telling me to show, because somebody asked for a tour and I wanted to, but I was like, absolutely not. My life is not where it needs to be. I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment with 3 kids. Absolutely not. Of the fear of being seen. And that's the problem. So if you're dealing with the fear of being seen, everybody is going through something. Everybody has a story. And my story has been something that God has been pulling on me to share. But it's like, I don't get to choose or be selective of what to share about when it comes to my story, because God is the one who gave me the platform. And I want to grow, hit 30K, 100,000 supporters. I want to get to these levels. But the first thing is being 100% transparent in the level that I'm at. And being 100% relatable. And everything ain't peachy, hunky, or dory. That goes for my marriage. That goes from me just in the stresses of being with the kids. So if you guys are interested in my routines with living in a 1-bedroom apartment with 3 kids, how do I handle the energy when they're hyper, bath time, morning time for school, because I didn't really show y'all the full amount because I was too afraid to just show my full place. But I'm not doing that no more. If y'all want to see, what do y'all want to see? Like, honestly, this is my season, so here we are. So let's go, let's rock it out together. Let's go through, as TRJ said, let's go through the fire, period. So anyway, I'm just so thankful, TRJ, for you being obedient and showing your testimony, because God was calling and pulling on me and burning in my heart. And I was like, no, why would I do that? No. And here we are. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tour of my 1-bedroom apartment with 3 children. Small at that. But here we are. Let's go on this journey together. And y'all will slowly see me, getting different things and, adding to different areas or whatever until the season is over with. I don't know how long it's going to be, but we're going to ride that wave until God say when, period. So I love y'all, and thank y'all so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And it's been so nice to reintroduce myself as who I am in all my forms. And I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.